Good morning, Ironbark Ridge community. I wanted to check in with you guys this morning. It's Wednesday morning in our first week of online or learning from home. So things have definitely changed here at school, and I know that for a lot of you things have changed greatly as well. I wanted to clarify some things around some noise or some questions we're hearing from you all. I wanted to make it really clear that if your children need to be at school, you need to send them to school. We're open. We're here to have your children in the classrooms, and the learning that's happening in those classrooms is the same learning that's happening at home. We've got teachers who are supervising, teachers who are teaching and working individually with kids in our classrooms. We've got all of our Year 3 together, all of our Year 4 together, so they're not remaining in their own home classes as normal. There might only in some of those classes be one or two children here. So we're putting those kids together, they're making new friends, they're spending time even chatting with their friends at home, as you would have seen by now. And that's exciting to see, kids using this technology in ways that we perhaps only dreamt of. We're being pushed, we're being really stretched a little bit here at Ironbark Ridge, as at all schools, in catering for this and making sure that learning continues. And that's really important for us. But I wanted you at home to know that if you're working from home arrangements, I've got an email this morning from one of the dads who's saying, hey, I always work from home. I work for a company that's overseas and I work from 7 in the morning till, long hours, and he can't supervise his kids at home and ensure that they're engaging in the learning. So his kids need to be here with us. Your kids need to be here in school if you can't provide that supervision. And I saw an interesting little piece of information this morning about isolation, and that's what this is all about. This is about us as a community trying to keep ourselves safe and trying to stop the spread of COVID-19. And the experts are telling us that if 7 out of 10 people stay home, closed up in their homes, that this rise in COVID-19 will continue. That spike in the graph, that curve, will continue. But if 8 out of 10 can stay home, we're going to win this. We're going to get that flattening of the curve. So it's important that as many people as possible do keep their kids home. But if you're working in a workplace where your employer says to you, the school's open, you need to be here at work, then you need to be at work. And we're here for your kids. So please feel that that's okay to do that. There is no way that you should be feeling worried about sending your kids to school. They're safe here with us. Okay, so if you're working in one of those industries, obviously as an essential service, you're one of the other teachers, then you should be sending your kids to school. But if you can look after your kids at home, if you're a parent who is normally at home, then we request that you keep your kids at home. Yes, that will support us. And that's why I put that hashtag supporting the teachers. But it also will keep your kids and your family safer. And that's the health advice around the difference between 8 out of 10 people in our community staying home versus 7 out of 10. So please, we've got the right numbers here at the moment, but I don't want anyone confused or worried about sending their kids to school. If you need to go to work, or if you need to work from home and can't supervise your kids in that way that they will need it, then your kids need to be coming to school. We want all of our Ironbarkers to be safe. So talking a little bit more about our online learning platforms, I'm really excited by some of the things that I'm seeing from our teaching teams. I'm excited by the interaction. In the mornings particularly, we're having a check-in time with all of our kids online. So whether your children, your students are here at school with us or whether they're at home, they'll be checking in with those teachers. They'll be looking at the tasks for the day. And this week we sent you just a 4-day package of work. And so that's going to look quite different next week. Each day new work will be posted. And so if you've got devices that your children can be using and can be on, then each day in the classroom or in the team or on Seesaw, then those details will come out. And we're sending you information to be able to log on, to have a bit of a play with Microsoft Teams, to look at the Google Classroom, or to be on Seesaw later in this week. So you should be receiving emails about log-on codes and about QR codes to get into the systems so that your children can engage with their class. So each class will still remain a class online, and we'll be slowly stepping up those processes. The explicit teaching will be a little bit different. We can't do guided reading. where we sit with your children with a book that's at their challenge level and we push them a little bit with the level that is appropriate for them. And that's, you understand that in a classroom of 30 kids, that there's lots of different levels of reading ability, of maths ability, of ability to understand and comprehend concepts in science and these sorts of things. So teachers do a lot of explicit teaching and what we call differentiation in our classrooms normally. And some of these things we're going to find very, very difficult with the online platforms that we're using. So we're going to approach those things over time. And over the next couple of weeks, there'll be some of those different sorts of tasks appear. Some of our students who have some who work with our learning support teachers, you'll receive some extra packages of work, some extra information, perhaps even an extra classroom that your kids will be able to log into and be involved in work that's at their challenge level. So it's important for us to maintain some of those things. But just for now, people, just know that we're operating well here at Ironbark Ridge. We've got a good number of kids in that 8 out of 10 staying home sort of a range, and we want to maintain that. But I want to finish just by saying that we support you in your decisions. If you're sending your kids to school because you yourself cannot provide that supervision and guidance at home, because you need to be at work, then it's our job to be here to supervise and to teach your kids at the moment. So please, let's stay together as a community. I think it's just, we're getting messages of support from you guys, and we want to say to you as well that we're really, really proud of our community, of the Ironbark Ridge community, and we thank you so much for the way that you guys are all working together as a community for the benefit of our kids, because that in the end, that's our number one. Keeping our kids safe and settled in these times that even us as adults are finding strange and new. So let's keep our chins up, let's keep smiling, let's send each other messages of support and happiness, because we need to maintain our morale here in the Ironbark Ridge community. And I know that we will. It's a wonderful place for us to work, and you're a great bunch of people for us to be a part of. So thank you. And I'll talk to you again soon.